determine what it's for, I think. And so toys and games, I think, makes a lot of sense, and maybe some of those objects will end up in a bin or in the recycling bin, hopefully, but there will probably also be amazing creatives that will emerge because they don't have these barriers to reach the consumers as the other side.
Romain, for Alice's benefit, do you want to say what you're doing with the BBC as well?
Oh yeah. So we're a 3D printing partner for the BBC's microbit program.
Oh, okay.
So the BBC has launched an initiative where they're basically handing out 1 million of these tiny computers, similar to Raspberry Pis, lower versions of Raspberry Pis if you want, to get kids coding. And so the BBC approached us something like a year ago now, and said, look, we're doing this, we're launching this, and we want protective cases on these microbits, and because kids are going to be dropping them and so on, and we'd like you to prototype. And that's very much what the 3D printing story has been about for a long time. It's this way of saying, hey, I have this idea in my head, and I want to get eventually to a finished product, and I'm just going to iterate very rapidly, the same way I would, again, push a new version of my website and just see what it feels like. And so we did such a good job in showing, like, hey, look, we've got this 3D printed case, and it can print in less than 25 minutes, and it makes a lot of sense, and it works as a finished product. Why don't you not go to China? Why don't you put this as part of the story? Why don't you allow kids who are going to learn how to code? Because we know, 20, 30 years after the start of the PC revolution, that we've got a deficiency in STEM skills and coding skills and so on, and we're BBC is kind of trying to catch that up now with an initiative like this one. Well, why don't we put 3D design, digital design, which in our vision is going to be huge, and there's going to be a huge requirement for these types of skills in the future. Let's put that as part of the story. So that's how we got basically to be the 3D printing partner, or 3D printing champion, product champion, or whatever our official title is with the BBC in this initiative. And obviously a great partner. Great for PR, but also a great way to reach these future generations of 10, 11, 12-year-olds who will become the designers of tomorrow and who are growing up with these machines at school and will grow up with the technology getting better and so on. And hopefully will become the rock star designers of the future. And that's, whatever the stars of YouTube are today, they started 10 years ago when the internet was just about starting. These things take time at the end of the day. And education on top of being a vertical in and of itself for us is just a very inspiring story to get 3D printing to the masses as well.
When we reach that stage, Romain, coding is part of is a more or less universal language when the great majority of the population are able to code. That might bring a stage when, because people aren't only using other people's designs to manufacture, they're actually writing their own code, writing their own designs. When brands will be challenged and people will be printing shoes which are not only customised to fit their own feet and got their name on, but they're not interested in the brand owner anymore. And I think that's one of the developments which is most alarming for the businesses who aren't yet succeeding and aren't thinking hard enough about them.
I think it's a good few hundred years off that now.
Yeah. Well, you can't say there's a good few hundred years of anything in this world. You will be quoted at roundtables and conferences in the future. This will not take off.
You're right. If you look at
Guaranteed.
if you look at gift cards, birthday cards, and you look less than 5 years ago, Clinton was on the high street. All the card companies were on the high street. Now everybody goes online and either prints a personal card or gets sent to you.
Yes.
So the same thing. Same thing with internal printing, creativity.
The reason I left large corporate life 15 years ago, when I was pioneering for pretty well the largest retailer in the UK and the conglomerate, was that I was pioneering the push to online. And my then chairman, who was also in the government think tank, said, quote, in Retail Week, the internet will be as irrelevant as a small tobacconist in a back street. I left soon after, because I didn't happen to agree with that. But, so I think of that.
I don't think from that point of view. I mean, one of the things I've got worries about is money bases in the world. So it's very difficult for someone to become bigger than Google, or bigger than Facebook, because effectively they buy you out when you get to a certain size. And they allow certain companies to thrive and some companies to prosper. Personally, I think Nike is one of those kind of companies. I think Nike will be, it might be 3D printed in resin, but it will probably still exist in 50 years. And certain companies will, because they've got so much money now. It's very, very difficult for a company. Things can go wrong. You can get the Gerald Ratners and
the lifespan of the company in 1960